Hello everyone, this is Parag Attani and today I'm gonna explain in brief what is cybercrime and what are different forms of cybercrime. Okay, so first of all, what is cybercrime? Cybercrime is a criminal activity that either targets or uses a computer network, or a networked device. Most, but not all, cybercrime is committed by criminals or hackers who want to make money. Cybercrime is carried out by individuals or organizations. Some cybercriminals are organized, use advanced techniques, and are highly technically skilled. Others are novice hackers. Rarely, cybercrime aims to damage computers for reasons other than profit. These could be political or personal. The very first form of cybercrime that I want to talk about is phishing. Phishing is a cybercrime in which a target or targets are contacted by email, telephone, or text message by someone posing as a legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive data such as personal identifiable information, banking or credit card details and passwords. The goal is to trick the email recipient into believing that the message is something they want or need, a request from their bank or instance, or a note from someone in their company, and to click a link or download an attachment. The second form of cybercrime that I want to talk about is identity theft or misusing personal information. Identity theft is the crime of obtaining the personal or financial information of another person to use their identity to commit fraud, such as making unauthorized transactions or purchases. Your personal identifying information could include your full name, home address, email address, online login and passwords, social security number, driver's license number, passport number, or bank number. Once thieves access this information, they may use it to commit identity theft or sell it to on the dark web. The next form of cybercrime that I want to talk about is hacking. Hacking refers to activities that seek to compromise digital devices such as computers, smartphones, tablets, and even entire networks. And while hacking might not always be for malicious purpose, nowadays most offenses to hacking and hackers characterize it as unlawful activity by cybercriminals motivated by financial gain, protest, information gathering, or spying, and even just for the fun of challenge. Hacking is typically technical in nature, like creating malvertising that deposits malware in a drive by attack, requiring no user interaction. But hackers can also use psychology to trick the user into clicking a malicious attachment or providing personal data. The fourth form of cybercrime that I want to talk about is spreading hate and inciting terrorism. The internet is a limitless platform for information and data sharing. It is, in addition, however, a low cost, high speed dissemination mechanism that facilitates the spreading of hate of speech, including violent and virtual threats. Indictment and prosecution for social media posts that transgress from opinion to incitable hate speech are appropriate in limited circumstances. Several real-world examples discussed here help to explore when limitations on internet-based hate speech are appropriate. The fifth topic of cybercrime is grooming or making sexual advances to minors. Child sexual abuse, also called as child molestation, is a form of child abuse in which an adult or older adolescent uses a child for sexual stimulation. Forms of child sexual abuse include engaging in sexual activities with a child, whether by asking or pressurizing or by other means, indecent exposure of the body parts, etc., child grooming, and child sexual exploitation, including using a child to produce child pornography. Child marriage is one of the main forms of child sexual abuse. UNICEF has stated that the child marriage represents perhaps the most prevalent form of child sexual abuse and exploitation of girls. At last, I would like to conclude by saying a cybercrime incident can lead to loss of business or consumer confidence, financial loss, productivity loss, or even loss of intellectual property. If you become a victim of cybercrime, you should report the incident to the appropriate law enforcement authorities depending on the scope of the cybercrime. The appropriate agency may be local, state, federal, or even international will take care of it.